Joining me now to talk more, Tim Richardson, e-commerce professor at the University of Toronto. Tim, what happened? Over expectations, anticipation, or our hope that Apple was just, reaching those limits and unstoppable?
Well, heightened expectations and overblown expectations of revenue. When you go, as we said last week, when you go from a revenue growth in the 60% range down to the 29% range, it's not the amount, it's the direction. So the expectations of the institutional investors in comparison to the other stocks like Samsung, HTC out of Taiwan, and the other products. So they're no longer just by themselves anymore.
So is it just expectations, or is it something the company did or didn't do?
Well, it's a combination of a number of different things. You look at the target market segment, and as we said before, and the number of people that have an iPhone 4 and an iPhone 3, which is working perfectly fine. Sales for the 5 have dropped off according to expectations, but there's so many other products out there as well. So anytime you have something that is innovative, the product lifecycle introduction stage is very, very close for technology products. So that's one of the biggest challenges.
I guess you have to wonder whether Steve Jobs would have anticipated this and done something.
Hard to say, but what he couldn't have anticipated was how many other large, giant-sized electronics companies would copy and also develop a smartphone that's very similar in FAB's features, advantages, and benefits.
We know at the time of his death, or we had heard that he had set aside future projects for the company to work on. Are you familiar with what may be coming up that could turn this around?
Well, people keep talking about the phone, but there's also other things like a watch. But when you think about things like that, you have to think about the marketability. Just because something is technologically possible doesn't mean it's going to happen. Many years ago, Motorola and Timex came out with a joint venture for a beeper watch. Didn't work because a watch is a jewelry item, not a technological piece. So you have to think about why people would want to switch over.
All right, but we shouldn't be crying for Apple yet. They're still going to do
No, their market cap is still
really
$375 billion. So they've got a lot of money.
Okay, Tim, thank you.